But then after that, they couldn't agree on how to run the country. And then after that, they forced another win in 2017. And remember, we voted twice in 2017.
So there's education.
It's education.
Then there's health.
There is health. There is job creation. When you say that you've given 30,000 people bursaries and so on, that's what they're doing on State House the other day. That's very little. When you're saying that you've given 300,000, 22,000, that's very little. Because you're dealing with millions. The Gen Zs are in their millions. You cannot target 300,000 because the multiplier effect is not there. They are not married. I've never had a boss. The only employment that I got lasted 30 minutes. Back, I think, in 2008. Allow me to laugh.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the north, east, west, and south, welcome to Africa's fastest growing podcast. This is Lessons at 30 with Dr. Ofweneke. My name is the Eagle himself, the Duke of Kakamega. Dr. Ofweneke is my name. And of course, I just want to say a big appreciation and a Sunday son, of course, the ones who are saying, we love the new set. Your new home looks amazing. Yes, this is what God can do when you put your trust in Him. Innit? Ladies and gentlemen, before we tell you what I have to for you as a package, you guys cannot wait for the guest on the show today. This is the interview that you never asked for, but I guess you're not ready for, because two of the best meeting again on one set, talking to each other, real life conversations, from family to Christianity to religion to politics to family values to life values and standards to even marriage and relationships. We are about to get into a class of a lifetime. You cannot even guess who our guest lecturer is on Lessons at 30. All I can tell you is get your pen and paper or get your mobile phone on, get on the notepad, and of course get your writing materials ready, because we're about to get some lessons dropping live on the show. But I can tell you this, trust me, you cannot be sitting wasted and roasted and rotting right here when you have skilled, you're a skilled person, a lady or a gentleman. Now, ISP is waiting to sort you out all the way in the US, of course, and they can actually get ready and sort you out in terms of your green card, in terms of getting your connections, in terms of all the paperwork and the whole procedure of getting you settled in the United States of America. Now, you only need to talk to ISP. The contacts are right there on the screen, and the offices are right at the Mirage Plaza, 3rd floor on Wayaki Way around Westlands. We are ready to serve you. And of course, just in case you need a PR and a communications firm to sort you out as a personal brand or even as an organization, then you know the place to call. This is 92 Creative Hub. And ladies and gentlemen, you are coming live from Kiambu Road, Seattle Mall, 1st floor, opposite NCBA Bank. This is 92 Degrees Studios. Ladies and gentlemen, when you thought the whole world of podcasting in Kenya had reached its limit in terms of the stars that have been created, this gentleman came out of nowhere. He came vigorously, violently, with his beards and his laughter and his sarcastic, humorous questions. This gentleman has taken over the internet and the TikTok space with his conversations, which are real, and he calls it Dialogue with JAGERO. Ladies and gentlemen, I have of the information. As Nicky Barras told me, he rarely does podcast interviews. So for him to be here, it simply means we are also as equally big in the game. Like I told you, only real recognizes real. Ladies and gentlemen, it's about some time for these four walls to enjoy some beautiful laughter from the one and only, ladies and gentlemen, JAGERO.
Thank you very much.
Baba?
My brother?
Yeah.
Oh, I will have to cut that part
What?
where you're introducing me and use it for my own things.
Please, with all due respect, bro, you feel I don't know how to lie. I do very bad at lying.
Yeah.
So I tend to stay silent in very heated moments.
Yeah.
Because when I speak from a very place of bluntness.
Yeah.
So if you hear me talk about that, it's because that's how I view you, or how I viewed you over these years.
I'm very honored.
All right? Bro, welcome on the show.
Thank you very much.
I am told you don't do podcast, you don't do interviews.
They don't call me.
Are you serious?
They don't call me.
Why is it that they don't call you, bro?
I don't know. They sort of think that I don't do my podcast here in Kenya. I had somebody was saying that my podcast my set is in South Africa, my set is in America.
They wish.
Yeah, but I am right here in Nairobi.
Welcome.
So yeah, thank you very much. The place looks cozy.
Thank you so much, sir.
When I grow up.
Bro, you already are. Bro, you have 2 studios. I have 1. I have to send out people in and out. Bro, you have 2.
Yeah.
You have a dialogue with JAGERO.
Yeah.
Then you have the political headache.
Yeah.
What is this crazy obsession that you have with politics?
Yeah. Politics has made us and has broken us. In one statement.
I'm listening.
Because the first time I voted was in 2002.
2002. How old
2002.
were you at that time?
I was born in 1982, so that makes about 20 years, no? 20, right?
Yeah, that's 20. Kibaki, Uhuru.
Yeah, that's 20 years.
More than 20, around 25, I think it should be. Almost
Yeah.
25, yeah.
So it was a pandemonium. In 2000, a lot of people in this room at Gen Zs probably were not really awake to see what it was like.
Yeah.
But that is the first time that everybody thought that it sounds like today when everybody is actually saying one term. The pandemonium that we're having now and the different voices that are coming out and saying that Ruto hasn't done enough and therefore he has to go home. That was the same song that was being sung
Back
in the direction of the then president, retired and now deceased, President Moi.
Yeah.
And it was a time when people were thinking, look, we are going to have the best time of our lives going forward. Because Moi had agreed because of international pressure, and Orengo, Raila, Kibaki, and a lot of them.
Matakarua,
Yeah.
Charity Ngilu, kijana
He had
wa Malwa.
agreed kama wanataka hiyo maldepate wapay. That was in 2002. And we thought that we were going to have a country after that. But then we became one suddenly as a country when the dust settled. But then remember after that, that is when Matere Kiriri, I think, or somebody else,
Yes.
Betrayed Raila Odinga.
That was
So
the
to
status
speak.
control at that time.
Yes.
Yes.
Akasema ya kwamba hakuna serikali ya pembe mbili. All right? And Raila went back to the streets. And from then on, we have not healed. Then came the gruesome politics of 2005, where we were supposed to choose between orange and what else?
And
banana. 2005. And then people do not forget that after the beauty of 2005, when we had to say no for the constitution, right? That is when Raila Odinga suddenly wanted to have a political party, but that party, unbeknownst to him, had been registered by somebody else.
This is new information that is reaching lessons at 30.
Yes.
School me, son.
ODM was actually registered by a gentleman behind the backs of Raila and Kalonzo.
Who is this gentleman?
He was called who? I forget the name, but he was an Akamba. He's called, I'm going to remember the name.
It's not Johnson Mudama, right?
No, it's not Mudama. It was somebody else. So when Raila together with Kalonzo went to him and told him, look, you know that orange is ours. You cannot claim ODM. But he said, look, this is fast come, fast serve.
Was the deal on the table?
Yeah, first come, first served, and I registered his mind. So, wewe kwenda. Kalonzo Musyoka and Raila Odinga would later decide, okay, let's do ODM Kenya.
I remember that time.
Right? ODM Kenya. Shortly after that, they wanted a presidential candidate. And Kalonzo Musyoka would not step down for Raila Odinga to be a presidential candidate. Raila Odinga realized at that time that, look, kuna kitu yangu iko mahali. Wacha niende nitafute. Right? And then he goes back to the guy that was having ODM and tell them, look, bro, this is mine.
talk?
No, you cannot claim 92 degrees. This is mine. Ofweneke is telling, this is mine. You can't go away with it. And then this gentleman actually decides that, okay, bro, this is yours. Take it back. And that is how ODM is reborn, again, now as a political party. And then 2007, the scar that is always coming up every now and again, that is 2007, right? Then 2007 passes, Kibaki, Uhuru handshake, Raila stands in a big place and saying, Nusumekeka namnai. You remember that?
I remember that. He was,
you remember those words?
He was doing a prime ministerial
event.
Tour or something.
Yes. And the PC, I believe, or the county commissioner was not available. And obviously, Kibaki was not there. And so he had a very bad event as the prime minister then. So quickly to 2013, we have the dynamic duo. And I remember when the dynamic duo was a journalist then, and it was the thing is that there has been a lot of trauma in politics in Kenya. And the Western people have had that trauma for a long time, especially the Luo people. It has been, and when you see the Luo celebrating now and saying that they don't want to the streets, they are not, they're immobile. They are numb to the politics of 2027. It is coming from a political traumatic past. They are coming from the streets.
They've literally been there.
Yes.
Every day, every Tuesday, over the years.
They are coming from the streets. And for the first time, they're saying we are going to take steps back and see how somebody else can solve this situation. Because we have tried. Remember, it starts with Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. Immediately after the Kenyatta one is given the mantle and the baton from the colonies to rule this country. And shortly after that, they do not agree.
Let me ask, before you go far, school me on this.
Yeah.
I've always asked myself this question as a student of history.
Yeah.
Tanzania is having this conversation.
Yeah.
Whether Julius Kabarange Nyerere was a true freedom fighter or a sellout.
Yeah.
South Africa is having the same conversation.
About
Nelson Mandela,
yeah.
Madiba Roihalia Mandela was
a
true freedom fighter or a sellout. And Kenya is slowly trying to sneak in the conversation.
Yes.
Whether Jomo Kenyatta,
one,
aka Johnston
yes.
Kamau, if he was really a freedom fighter or a sellout. And I'm just going to ask, from a historian to a historian, did Jomo Kenyatta really play a big fight in the freedom fight of this country?
I think, to be honest with you, Daktari, that is neither here nor there. The real question really about Jomo Kenyatta is what happens after the fact. We can agree on you see, the fact is that there was a freedom fight. Now,
we can affirm to that fact.
Yes, that is a fact that you have
we are the result.
Yes,
the freedom is
yes, we have to take that and pack it. And then ask you a question. What happened after that? And then, once we've asked that question, we turn back the hands of time and roll back. You see in the movies,
run back against
yes. So we turn back the hands of time and ask ourselves the question is, why was Rigathi Gachagwa's father in the bush? Because Rigathi Gachagua becomes from a family of freedom fighters.
So he says?
Yes, I believe so.
So he says?
I believe so. You know? So we can give him that. I mean, the man has suffered.
So he says.
Dr. Ofweneke, what's your problem?
So he says.
What is your problem? So, when we turn back the end of time and we ask, okay, let's not put the name of Rigathi Gachagua in it. Let's talk about the people that were fighting for this country.
Yes.
What was the reason why they were fighting for this country? We go back to the issue of the White Highlands. That the most beautiful and fertile part of our land was grabbed by the white man.
Unfortunately.
Right? And we tried to get it back, but we fell to the bullet in numbers. The women that are Kenyans were raped. The men were killed. And so the struggle of independence for those years was that we can get back our land as Kenyans. and that we can live in dignity as Kenyans, and that whatever resources that we have as Kenyans can be used properly for the development and the prosperity of Kenya. That was the premise of our fight for independence. Then, Jomo Kenyatta and his colleagues, including Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, to the Ofweneke, and all those people.
Kapenguria 6.
Yes, the Kapenguria 6. They say, okay, now we have this cake that we fought for. What happens? But then what happens is interesting. And if you read history, J.M. Kariuki comes out and fights against it so badly that Kenyatta 1 decides that, look, I can become another black colonizer. And I can take all the land that actually belonged to the Kikuyus and put it on my name and scatter the Kikuyus around the country to places that were not originally their homes. And that is how most of us were scattered. If you go back to what Hassan was saying at the coast,
Yes.
it's a very painful thing. What is he saying? That the people that are on this land do not deserve this land, which for me is not a good statement to say.
It's not popular within the temperature.
No, but it is not fair for the people that are living there now. Because let's say Achieng is here, who is 24 years old, finds herself where Hassan is talking about. She was born there. She is a Kikuyu, but she was born there. It is not fair for you to tell Achieng, who is 24 years old, or Anyango or Wamboi, who is 24 years old, to leave that land. Okay? Because she's Kenyan. When we were fighting for this country, those are the lands that we're fighting for. The deeper question is, how did Achieng or Wamboi end up there? Because Achieng was driven out of her land in the Mount Kenya region, but was never resettled. Because somebody there claimed that land after independence. You understand? When we had the fight of 2007, how did the Kikuyus that are in that area end up there?
And the rest of it.
All right? I am completely against the idea of trying to uproot a Kenyan anywhere in this country because they deserve that land. Their ancestors are from this land. And so whatever has happened, we want to interrogate history. We do not want to deal with the people that are victims of history. And in this country, what we are doing is we are further victimizing victims. If our boy is in Molo, okay, and we are telling her that that is not her land, she's coming from a traumatic past. Her land was taken by someone. And when the people that took her land did not give her back that land, a Kenyan decided to kwamelia that land. And so now when you are victimizing Wanjiku in Molo, that is the second thing that you're doing to her. Her people were victimized. And again, you are coming back in 2026 to tell her that if she votes wrongly in 2027, then she will be uprooted. You see what we are doing?
Yeah.
So the problem that we are having is that we do not want to be honest with our history. Because, and so that is why the Luos are saying, okay, Jomo Kenyatta was supposed to do good to the people of Kenya. Unfortunately, he did not. And there are people that have been victims of that. The Luo have been victims of that traumatic past. And that is why, headed by Raila, his father Jaramogi Odinga, Orengo, and so on and so forth, have been on the streets for that long. Okay? Now, we have people in this country that came out in their numbers and voted in 2022 so that they can have a better country, a prosperous country. In their understanding, they have not seen it, and they want to change it again. So we have been spiraling back and forth. So in 2002, Kibaki promised us heaven. And then soon after that, we have got hell. The dynamic duo promises us heaven. In 2013, we have hell. Remember, Ruto and together with the Uhuru have now accumulated about 12 trillion worth of debt. Ruto himself has done almost 4 within 4 years. That is problematic, right? But when you go to the people that are now asking us to change this country, and they come to national television, you ask them a proper pointed question, what do you want to do? And you can't say it. And you claim that sisi tunawapea pressure. Ya kwamba, you are not telling us to pay time.
There's no time. Literally a year.
No, there's no time.
There's literally less than a year.
Because you cannot say that this person has been doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that are wrong. But you cannot tell us how you're going to change the 10.
Let's get the fork out of the plate.
Yes.
And eat the meat with the hands.
Yes.
With an accumulated debt.
Yeah.
All in the name, of course, of fixing the economy.
Yeah.
Accumulated debt of 12 trillion.
12 trillion.
Consecutively caused by the Hague twins.
Yes. The Hague what?
The Hague twins. Does Sifuna have the necessary intellect, economically, or even the people surrounding him? Does he have the capability? Because we sailed Ruto 2 times after 2 years. All right? Will Sifuna last longer than Ruto if he was to take over the country in terms of fixing the country?
That question needs a caveat. The caveat is, what really is the problem in your country? Because when you place the human being on the table, or when you go to a doctor and you are consulting with the doctor is asking you, what is the problem? So then we can turn around and ask this country, what is the problem that we are having? Because I think I've figured out the problem.
What is
After living in this country for 44 years, I think we have a problem, and our problems are very obvious. Number one is that we have not figured out our education.
Okay.
Why are we in school? So that we do what after school? Right now we have almost, I think somebody gave me a figure of about 1,200 journalism students getting out of college every year. But we know that KTN is struggling. We know that most of the media stations, I think you can count about 3 stations right now that you can talk about as mainstream media.
Actually, for us, I think TV47 Radio 47 actually comes off as the most stable.
Yes.
Financially and strategy-wise.
You see, but how many can you absorb?
Ofweneke must leave.
Yes. You see? So, si Ofweneke amekaa kwa hiyo kiti, atatoka lini?
Ana balance both uko na podcast.
Si ndio hiyo? Do you know? Okay. So now you say, okay, these boys are going to get out, but if you're a journalism student, you're telling them you are going to be in TV or you're going to start your own podcast. We know the numbers of how podcasts run. And this government has no clear direction on how content creators are supposed to live.
We still don't have a strategy.
And operate. Okay?
There's no solidarity.
Then you go to civil engineering. Today, when I was on TV, on my podcast in the morning, a guy sent me a message and told me that I need to look for him work because he's done civil and electrical engineering. And I'm like, dude, do you know what I do? I'm not in that business at all. I am far.
Not like a Qatar, Kuwait agency.
No. But there are many. And you as Ofweneke, you should know better than me because you've been in this game of creativity longer than I have been. And you know the kind of messages you get on your phone.
Thousands.
Okay? Yeah. So those are, in fact, State House should open a phone line where they receive those text messages. Waone chenye sisi tunaona. Because we are some of the faces that people see. Parents come to me and tell me that I have taken my child to a group of schools, then I've taken them to USIU, and then shipped them abroad. And now they are back. And they are watching Netflix. So now, mimi hata sijasoma bro. Hasa mtu ameenda amefanya masters.
I should expect you to please hold yourself right in Australia. Why did you come back? I mean, that should be the expected.
No. Yeah, that could be expectation. But the other expectation is You can imagine that the magnitude of our problem. That somebody has gone to the group of schools, has gone to USIU for their first degree, and has been shipped out to London to do masters. And that they are now back, and they are in the house. Wanakunywa chai, wakitoka chai, wanaenda wanakunywa, wanakula vitu zenye ziko kwa fridge, anarudi na watch Netflix mpaka jioni. Na keshoe anaamka na anaanza kufanya hivyo. That is the problem with our education. How are we teaching people? Because I think we cannot teach people to go and work. We need to teach people to have skills. I expect people like Achieng coming out from school knowing how to set up a podcast and run it. A journalism student today should not only be thinking about print and TV. You must think about, can I do content?
Update yourself.
For example, people come to me and ask me that they have done journalism and mass communication. And I ask them, can you show me your TikTok account? And I go to their TikTok account, and all I see is somebody holding a phone and dancing to a song that's not theirs. The whole 26 videos.
You're touching some nerve.
There is no single video where the person puts up a set, puts up a ring light, and speaks to the camera as a journalism student. None.
It is siaka after siaka after siaka.
Those are your words. Now,
the lessons have started dropping. The lessons have started dropping. Just in case you didn't know.
You see,
I'm hearing you, sir.
You are asking this person that has done print media at Daystar University to know how to write. Because that's what you've done. Print media is writing. You go to their Facebook or their Instagram, and there is no written text. So we have not figured that education. You come to health. It's worse. Because you have a government that is spending 104 billion in shifting a system to another platform, but not fixing the problem that we have always had. Okay? When we started, we said that NHIF is losing money. Then we went to SHA, and immediately we went to SHA, we lost 11 billion. Immediately after that, most hospitals are not accepting, SHA, because they are not being paid. Homa Bay County, which is headed by somebody who supports broad-based government, does not have those things. Okay, so that is the problem. That is the boil we are having.
So there's education.
It's education.
Then there's health.
When you're saying that you've given 300,000, 22,000, that's very little, because you're dealing with millions. The Gen Zs are in their millions. You cannot target 300,000 because the multiplier effect is not there. They are not married. So if you give one person 22 million,
you've given one person.
Yes, they're not married and they don't want to get married. And by the way, do you know why they don't want to get married?
Talk to me.
Because they can't even afford a cap for their girlfriends at Java. So how are they getting married? You know brands. Have you gone to Dr. Mattress? How much is it?
It's Dr. Mattress.
Yes. No, but any equivalent. So you can't afford. Even Highlands in town, bro. Chai ni 120. Huwezi peleka Kini hapo.
And because she has seen Ambare, she has seen Claudia Naisabwa, she has seen... The sun has already been set.
Yes.
So why the hell are you taking me to Highlands for 120, whereby one tea bag has choppered around on the table?
You see, so that is the problem, okay? So I'm still diagnosing you the problem that we are having as a country, all right? So, and it goes from sector to sector to sector to sector. Now then, once you diagnose the person and you want to surgically remove this problem, the human being, the anatomy is on the surgical table. That brings Sefuna. The first question you are asking Sefuna is, do you understand the anatomy of what we have on the table? Does he understand that we have debt in this country?
Do you think he understands?
He has not told me. Education, as he told me. All right? Health, as he told me. Preamble of the Constitution, he has told me.
Rule of law.
Rule of law, he has told me.
That is his manifesto number 1.
Yeah, but that's useless, if you asked me. It's useless.
We talk about lives.
No. No, we are not talking about the rules of surgery. We are talking about surgery.
Itself.
Yes. We are not talking about rules of surgery. And look, and this is the conversation, the honest conversation that people like Sifuna have to have with Kenyans. At least those who are 44-year-olds who have lived in this country and seen elections come and go. We have seen Kibaki promise us as a person. I have seen Uhuru and Ruto promises in 2013. Okay?
In 6 months.
I went to the inauguration at Strathmore. Was it Strathmore? No.
Quair.
Quair.
Was it Quair?
Quair is when they announced
When
something.
they announced
something.
Yes.
And if you look at the way Ruto and Uhuru presented Kenya as a business proposal,
For holding hands. In red ties, white shirts and black trousers.
but then after that, they couldn't agree on how to run the country. And then after that, they forced another win in 2017. And remember, we voted twice in 2017. The other day, I was with somebody in my studio at Political Headache, and he told me that, you guys, he branded me as a government person, as NIS. And he really got under my skin. And I told him, bro, I have never voted for Ruto.
I wish you knew.
No. But you voted for the guy 4 times. You voted for him in 2013. In 2017, you voted for him twice. One was a birthday present.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you remember?
But yes. Oh, Kenyans.
And then you voted for him the 4th time in 2022. 4.
So who's the real NIS?
Yeah. So you are telling me that I'm NIS because I'm asking you questions. Bro, answer me or ship out. I asked him about Gachagua. Tell me about Gachagua.
Hold on to that. Jay, before we get into Gachagua.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm going to play your cards back on you.
Yeah.
Let's go back.
Yes.
Let's go back.
Yeah.
One day we wake up and there's this amazing podcast that has taken off.
Yeah.
And it's literally becoming a political headache in terms of the views and the conversations.
Yeah.
I personally, I look forward to any of them appearing on my FYP. And please send my best of regards to Joachim.
Yes.
I find him as one of the most interesting panelists in your team.
Yeah.
How does JAGERO end up in a podcast?
Yeah.
Were you jobless?
I've been jobless. I've never had a job.
You have never been employed?
No, never been employed, even for a day.
You have never had a boss?
No. I've never had a boss. The only employment that I got lasted 30 minutes. Back, I think, in 2008.
I love it to laugh. It lasted 30 goddamn minutes.
Goddamn minutes. 30 minutes, bro.
I'm not going to ask what did you do. What did the boss do? It's a question. What did the boss do?
Nobody did anything.
What happened?
So,
what kind of a job was it?
It was a writing job. I'm a writer by profession.
Okay.
Yeah. So, by the time I was trying to get this job, I was a bit broke. Because I've been in the creative industry for a long time. I found my company immediately I left school. That's branding and content creation and production. That's what I've always done. So, for us who are jobless and doing this freelancing thing, there is a window where there is nothing coming.
Yeah.
So there is this gentleman from the US who is starting a writing farm in Nairobi. And he calls me and he tells me that he did the interview online, and he realized that I'd written 2 books by then. Somebody who has written 2 books, writing. Easy peasy.
I put him on the desk.
So he gives me the job. And I come in the morning at around, I think, 9:30. When I settle on my desk to start writing for him, I realized that actually I have a meeting at 10:30, at 10, at Allianz with some creatives. So I tell him, look, there is something that came up that I can't. So I tell him I have to go, and I wanted to show the guy a script that I'd written for a show. Okay? Because I do script writing a lot. When I go to Allianz, we start talking about the script and I forget that I am actually supposed to go to work. And by 1, we are still talking. And I realize that, oh my goodness, I'm supposed to go back to work.
I have a new job.
Yeah. I realized that I can't go back to that job. And that was the last time.
Kwenda.
Yeah.
That was it.
That was it.
This was in 19.
That was...
Sorry, I had to pull that on you, bro.
So, that was the last time that I got employed. Okay, so you were asking me the question of how I got into podcasting.
Yeah.
All right, so...
No, but before that means there's a story then before that.
Yeah.
Where is JAGERO coming from? I mean...
I'm coming from the village.
Village?
Yeah.
First time in Nairobi?
Yes. No. When I got the job.
Yeah. No. Even before we get to the job.
Yes, before I get the job.
Let's talk about the toddler.
My story, yes, the toddler. I am being told that I'm the only family member that was born outside the hospital, and there is this talk that I was born by the roadside. I don't know. I wouldn't confirm.
Why have you not done investigation?
No, there is nobody.
Are you scared? Are you going through trauma?
I've always thought that when my mother gave birth to me by the roadside, niligonga kichwa kwa barabara. That is why some wires are loose.
Literally, you're nuts. Screw fell out. Why out of all the family, or out of all your siblings, why would your case be different?
I don't know, because I'm not sure, because I am the fourth born, right? I'm the fourth born in a family of 6.
6, clearly a middle child.
Yeah, I'm a middle child.
Forgotten?
No, I wouldn't say so. As a matter of fact, I am the one who lived with my mother the most. Because my 2 sisters were married off pretty early, and I was left to mostly be with my mother in the village. All right? And so I wanted to be... So when I finished school, I go to Olembo Boys. Olembo Boys.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, of course.
Does it still exist?
No. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's an okay school. But nothing.
Okay, enough for a clinic, clinic fund day, or okay for a voting station.
Nothing big to write home about it.
Apart from JAGERO.
You think so?
Well, bro, you've done very much for yourself.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there should be a homecoming.
Wow,
at Olembo
right
Boys.
there. It's a whole holiday.
I'll probably go back there and do something.
Please do.
Promise me you'll go with me.
I will.
Thank you.
Will.
So, I go to Olembo Boys, but then when I finished Form 4, I wanted to be a journalist. Pretty bad. A journalist and a writer, because I lived with my cousin who used to listen a lot to radio. But our grandfather's radio that he was listening to was stuck on BBC. So you couldn't change the knob. If you change the knob, you have no radio. You have to leave it where it is. It was stuck on BBC. So it will oscillate between BBC and VOA, Voice of America. I wanted to be a journalist and a writer. But my father and my mother wanted me to be a teacher because that was the low-lying fruit. I mean, getting me to do journalism that I wanted and being a writer meant that I had to be shipped out to Nairobi or some other town where I could go to college and do that. But obviously, there were problems at home. The problems that most Kenyans have, the problems that Kenyans have now. So then it was not possible. But then, something happens to me in 2000. Before that, something had happened to me. I had given my life to Christ. I told you the story.
Yes, remember you told me on the other side.
Yeah, I told you the story. So people who want to see that story, they can go back the other side. And I believed that every human being is created to be something.
Every human being is created to be something.
Yeah. You might not end up like Dr. Ofweneke. You might not end up like Jalango, but you should end up like a human being. And even when we talk about politics of our country, we want a government that can see us for who we are.
As humans.
That we are contributing to this economy, we are collecting all this money, and we are putting it at in a pot, which is called KRA and Central Bank. And this money has to come out of that place and help every Kenyan. So if you cannot go to a group of schools, then you can still go to a school.
At least.
Yes. If you cannot go to Nairobi Hospital, but you can still go to a hospital.
Afford a decent medical facility.
You see, you can have a road. You can have your life going. Because, Dr. Ofweneke, something that I have really done, I have traveled to 26 countries in Europe.
26
countries in Europe. And my favorite is Norway.
Oslo.
Yes. I've gone to Oslo, and I've gone to most parts of Oslo. And I've seen how humans live in dignity. Where when somebody is sick, they go to the hospital and they're treated, and the question of price comes later. But the government usually takes care of all of it. Right now we are talking about a sovereign fund. Norway has the biggest, followed by, I think, Saudi Arabia. All right? And that is a whole conversation altogether. But when you go there, you find out that humans are taken care of.
As humans?
Yes. In our country, it is the opposite. We're living in a city that needs to have water, that needs to have roads, that needs to have hospitals. And that same city is collecting about 100 million in a day. Sonko told us that he was being given a bribe of 50 million every day. Now, if Sonko was getting some, then how much is being given as a bribe now? And what goes to garbage collection? I was here. Who collects garbages here? Who takes care of this city? But it is not the 100 million they're getting every day. They are also getting about 50 billion from the government. Ruto the other day gave them 80 billion. Now, what we are asking of Sakaja is, can you take care of Nairobians? But what we are asking Babu is, what do you want to do with Nairobi? It's a monster. So, I'm going back to my question, to my story of the village. So I realized that, look, these people want to take me to a school to go and do a teacher. No.
Was there anyone who was a teacher already within the family?
Many around.
So of course it was either a nurse or a teacher.
Yeah, but I think a teacher. Nurse they tend to give to the other gender. So it was teaching, but I didn't want to be a primary school teacher. That was not my calling.
Reason being?
I didn't
Apart
want.
from calling. I mean, it's a long-lying fruit.
No. I wanted to be something different. And having come from a Bible background and a Christian background, my own background, by the way, not my family, my own background, because I was born again in 1998.
Amazing.
And there is something that the Word of God says, that you can be anything you want.
You can do all things through Christ,
who strengthens you. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So I have always believed that, and anything you want starts with a step. A step. And I knew that I needed to start that step of becoming a journalist I wanted to be. So I prayed. I went on my knees and prayed and told God that, I want to go to Nairobi. And I also went ahead and told God that, in Nairobi, I don't have a relative. So I'm going to go to my uncle. There is a place in the Bible. I've forgotten that thing. David, I think, was going to deal with some enemies. I think they are Amalekites and something. And then they were walking in the long grass, and he prayed to God, and God told them that if you hear seke seke on the grass, seke seke, a mutiny, a shaking, you know the way you can be in a grass and then you see something moving.
Yeah.
You know, he told just that if you see a seke seke in the grass, it's in Luo, ki winju mutiny, it's in Luo, then know that I, the Lord, has gone ahead of you. I, the Lord,
has gone
ahead of you.
Deep.
You see, so I told God, go ahead of me.
Seke my way.
Yes, seke my way. Go ahead of me and speak with my uncle, because I'm not going to call him to tell him I'm going to Nairobi. No, because I'm afraid of a no.
But before you tell your heavenly Father,
Yeah.
what does your earthly father think about this conversation? You are clearly deviating from all the dreams that he had for you.
No, my father, unfortunately, at this time has passed on.
Oh, at what age are you at now?
I've just finished school, actually.
High school.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a relationship?
No. With my father? No. Not in the strictest of terms. I believe that if you are going to be a father to a child, then there has to be a cordial relationship with that child. And they have to accept you as a father, and you have to accept them as a child. My father, unfortunately, sold his life to alcohol. So he loved the bottle. And when you love the bottle so much, what it does to you is that it blinds you to other relationships. So unfortunately, he did not have a good relationship with me as a child, us as children, and even his own wife. So he was diseased.
Due to alcohol?
Yes, he was diseased, meaning that he had a disease, and alcohol was affecting him.
Do you yourself to date? Do you indulge?
I do take alcohol. Like I like Amarula coffee.
Oh, you told me of that.
I like Amarula coffee, but I am not interested in drinking. I don't go to clubs to drink.
Is it because of that trauma, or is it because it formed?
Because it was not just my father. It was my village. It was my brother. My elder brother was an alcoholic.
So the altar chose an inheritance.
For a very long time. And our lastborn also became an alcoholic. And there was a lot of alcohol and alcoholism around me. Okay?
Yeah.
And I figured out that if I do not escape alcoholism, then I'm going to die. So I was figuring out how to escape the grip of alcohol. Because looking at my father, he was not coming out of it.
This was it.
Yeah. And it was taking him over the cliff, and it did. So then when you're a young person and you're looking at the trajectory of the path that people are taking and they're not coming back, then you're asking yourself, should I take the same path? And as human beings, even as lessons of 30, the realization has to be like, alcohol looks beautiful when it's in a bottle. But once you ingest alcohol, it starts to interfere with you. Okay? It starts to give you a certain direction. It takes you away from what you need to do as a human being.
It steals the birthright.
Yes. And it just takes you away from everything else. So that is why I decided I am not going to go that direction. So I never indulge in alcohol, even as a young person. And I don't care about alcohol. I don't mind about alcohol. I can sit here and say that I'm so thankful that it doesn't call me by my name.
Well, it used to call me.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. My dad because my dad quit alcohol.
Yeah.
I am equal the age of the years my dad quit alcohol. Because he quit alcohol the day I was born.
Yeah.
An incident happened. The guy almost forgot that the wife was giving birth.
Yeah.
And that thing messed him up totally.
Totally.
Until to date. And his prayer was that none of his children
would drink.
Wow.
Yeah. But how is that prayer going?
Well, at least a late answered prayer through me.
Yeah.
I'm also seeing my siblings, since I quit,
Yeah.
My siblings, I've noticed that
They are thinking about it.
positive. They're slowly quitting on it.
They're thinking about it.
Exactly. And also because I took mine was a very, it was clearly a very violent path, the trajectory. Because it was one day I'm in the club partying and drinking. Following morning, salvation has come in and I'm in church preaching.
Yeah.
So they're still trying to figure out around that. I want to understand, so forget about your siblings before you and siblings after you. So how do you take in the grief? And how does reality hit in that, you know what? Mzee has resisted. This is the new reality.
Yeah, Mzee has gone, and I remained with my mother, and my mother was like, this life, she can't live it without the husband. It's a bond they have kept for a long time, and now I think they really trauma bonded, because he was not nice to my father. He was not nice to my mother, and for me, I've always blamed it on alcohol, because my father was a good man when he was sober, and I remember my father used to bring, this big fish from Kisumu, because he was an accountant in Kisumu, and every Friday he would come with this big fish, and he was a man of laughter. The moment he drinks, it was a different story. So I pray and come to Nairobi. And like I told you, I don't tell my uncle. I call his brother, with whom he's living, his younger brother, and tell his brother that, look, I'm coming, bro. And he assumes that I've talked with the uncle. Wapi?
Yeah?
Yeah, he assumes.
Nimepita Kangemi.
Yes, nimepita. It was drizzling. I remember the first night, it was drizzling.
This is your first time ever in Nairobi?
No, the second.
Second time?
Second time, it is drizzling. So I come, and I live with him, and he takes me to the house, and the brother comes, the uncle, and doesn't ask me a question for 2 years. The seke. You remember?
Seke.
Yeah.
Clearly, it was only a sec.
Yeah. So it doesn't. My mother dies 5 months into my college. So then I'm a total orphan.
Well, it's a span off between dad and mom.
Barely a year, I think.
So within a year, all of them put.
Yeah. They're gone. They are both gone. And so you remain a total orphan in the city without school fees and without nothing. But then, when people talk about Christ and salvation and the Bible, there are people who can say that God does not exist and so on and so forth. Fair enough. The difference with me is that I've got an experience.
You're giving me goosebumps. Why is it that somebody somewhere sold me an impression?
Yeah.
That you are a little bit in denial
about
the existence of the big man.
No, never. I am an interesting person. When I sit on that chair, somebody who is talking to you, you'll feel like I am not who I am, but I have an experience.
Wow.
The experience is every time I think about my past and the prayers I have made to God, and none of them has not been answered positively. All my prayers have been answered.
Ken Mijungu sat on that chair.
Yes.
2 weeks ago, and he said, God leaves no doubt.
Yes. So, when my mother died, and a text message was sent to one of the classmates in college, and because they did not have a phone, and they did not have a connection with what was going on, they sent a message saying, "Tell Ken," that's my English name, "Tell Ken that his mother is dead." You understand? Mm-hmm. And it was my mother that was supposed to do everything. She was supposed to organize how I go to school. Because she's the one who is having my relatives back in the village. Figure it out, Mama. You understand?
Yeah.
Do some fundraiser. Because by the time she's dying, I do not have school fees. I have only paid 15,000 and it is 90,000 per year. So, anyway, story goes very fast. I don't have nothing. I go back, bury my mother, and insist on God that I have to come back to Nairobi because we are not done. Remember?
Yeah.
We are not done. We are not done.
The second was...
Yes. So I go to school, and then at the end of the school, it is not possible. I am bright. And I write to the school and tell them that, look, I don't have school fees, but I have to study. So you guys have to give me sponsorship and delete and erase my debt. And that's what they did. Seke.
There was a covenant between you and God from the beginning.
Yes.
Preach on, brother.
Preach
on, brother.
Yes, and they tell me that all my debt has been erased and I've been given full scholarship for the 3 years. And that is how it goes.
Is this the first time you're seeing God coming through, like in full 3D?
I think in my life as I grew up, every sunrise is a miracle. I think every sunrise is a miracle. Because, when I talk to people like Achieng and this city, there are places I don't want to go because they make me ache.
I don't go to Kibera. I don't like Kibera. I don't like Mbotela. I don't like Huruma. And I don't like Malava.
Yes.
I don't like those 4 places.
Yes.
Because I passed. Now, when I used to drink,
yes.
I remember, thank God, alcohol, whatever you are.
Yeah.
Shetani way.
Yeah.
Every time I used to drink, it doesn't matter where I'm drinking.
Yeah.
I'll find myself driving to either Kibera or Mbotela for no reason.
Where's Mbotela?
Before I go home.
Where's Mbotela?
Mbotela is on JAGERO Road.
Okay.
After the stadium, it's Okongo, Lolo, then opposite Our Lady of Mercy as you get into Salem.
Yeah.
And every time I would get drunk until when I was quitting alcohol the last moments, is that I would at 3, 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
I live in Lavington.
Yeah.
I've done my Sharia at Gemini or Kuva Kilimani or Kettle House.
Yeah.
But the fool traumatized me is busy on JAGERO Road. I know very well the houses have been destroyed or somebody's living there.
Yeah.
But the trauma in me.
Yeah. Yes.
I just need to visit the grave again.
Yeah.
You're like me.
Yeah.
Why visit the grave when your life has resurrected?
Yeah. I don't go to Landimawe. If I go there, you
don't ever go.
What I don't the problem with life, with the way humans are created, is that they absorb so much. You absorb even the smell of a place. Not that it smells bad. There is a smell of a place. There is an energy in a place. And Landimawe gives me a terrible energy. There is a bridge next to Kisumu Polytechnic. Nairobi, what is the Polytechnic next to railways? Tuk. Is that bridge? Do you know there is a bridge there?
I know. I used to pass with my late mom. Even that bridge,
yes.
I don't like using it.
I don't like that bridge. I don't like that bridge. So that is what happens. I wanted to be, after school, I wanted to be Catherine Kasavoli. I wanted to be Nimrod Tabo. I wanted to be Swalem Doe. I wanted to be Louis Otieno. I wanted to be that man that is going to be on TV, reading news to everybody. But it's amazing how dreams slip through fingers. And that is how that dream slipped through my fingers, and I never became.
Simply because?
Reasons I can't tell. At some point in my life, I developed a lot of inferiority complex towards life. You see something and you realize and you make a decision that it is not you. You don't deserve it. Who are you to be on TV? All right? So you become timid around life. That's why I tell young men today, and they're better than us. The Gen Z today, they're better than us. They have more guts. They can talk, they can speak, they can enter a room. When I was growing up, it was difficult to enter rooms. And when you said that you went to Kiss 100 and the CD was broken in your face, you had more courage than me. Because I could not dare go to Kiss. So you were in a better place. I was behind. When I was talking to Butita, he told me that there are people who start from the negative in terms of wealth. In terms of courage, some people are on the negative. They have not reached 1. They have not reached 0.
Still minus.
Yeah, so they're still minors. So for them, even going to ask is a problem because they don't know who they are. They can't interpret themselves. They can't see the value.
In themselves.
The value is not there at all. They are, and these are people that belong to this country that cannot actually walk to a place and ask because they believe that they cannot. You understand? So then that dream sleeps. And I go on with my work as a consultant in branding and so on and so forth. Then I hit 40 years and I have a serious midlife crisis because my body and my aspirations and my dreams are coming back, flooding back and asking me, you promised us that you're going to be Luyo Tieno. What happened, bro?
You promised us?
Yes. We were going somewhere. Where are we?
We are printing t-shirts.
Where are
We
we?
are printing rest in peace shosh.
Yes. We're doing branding. We are doing logos. We are doing elements. I mean, but we are doing walls. That's not. Was that supposed to be us?
The me now
Yes.
almost questioned
Yeah.
the enemy sometime during COVID.
Yeah.
I actually got that conversation with me.
Yeah.
It's like we were supposed to become a lawyer.
Yeah. Pastor Oyedepo. Do you know him?
Yes.
Do you know Pastor Oyedepo?
Yes. David Oyedepo, that's the founder of Faith International.
He's one of the men that I really look up to. There is something that Pastor Oyedepo says, that as a man, you must have a thinking room. Even if you can't afford a normal thinking room, as a man, you must have a thinking chair. Even if you can't afford a chair, as a man, you must have a corner where you sit and call yourself to a meeting and review yourself. You know, so I reviewed myself and I realized that, look, this is tough. I spoke with somebody and they said, okay, what else what now? Obviously, you can't go to TV. There is no TV anyway. So where are you going? I think I should do a podcast. Boom. That's how I got into podcasting.
Which date was this?
Huh?
Which date was this?
The date? It was some date 4 years ago. I am very bad with dates, by the way, Mr. Dr. Ofweneke.
Really?
Are you good with dates?
You are a normal man.
I am so poor.
You are a normal man.
I am so poor with dates.
For me, I know the season, but I can never settle on the date.
Yeah. So
Even me, I was telling my wife, I was shocking my wife the other day. I told her,
Yeah.
I only have 2 numbers off head.
Yeah.
My number and my mom's number.
I think I have mine and my wife's number. No, there is no any other. Even my wife, sometimes I forget, bro.
Me, when I sit, I'll know. But you tell me to off head, I want. Even my own father, I will sit, I'll know.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're the only.
I only have 2 numbers in my life that I know. My number and my wife's number. Those are the numbers that I
That's
can.
it.
That's it.
This your wife.
Yeah.
So you can be in love.
Yeah?
You can be in love. Does she find you too too opinionated?
Yes.
No, Mama, I don't like your shoes. I don't like it.
Yes.
At least wear the left on the right. Yeah, does she find you too authoritative?
I believe so. But every woman has to look up to a certain type of man, I think. All of them men, they come like a menu. Right? And you have to choose what you like. I think that me and my wife, this is the 11th year or the 10th year, I forget.
11th year.
11th, I
I
believe.
tap into that grace.
Yeah, 11th year. So we have been friends. There is, we are so different, a woman and a man, I think.
I'm listening, sir.
We are so different. And there is a way a woman moves and lives that is completely different from a man. And I think that the first thing that every couple has to understand is how different we are. But it goes even further than that. We are complete strangers. Because you can imagine that even a sibling that you you are born together within the same house, you don't agree until adulthood. And then you marry this woman and you suddenly think that you're going to agree on different things. I mean, we are just going to have to understand each other, try to understand and to figure out, okay, what's going on there? Because I don't understand women. And I don't think I'm going to start pretending that I do understand women, even after marrying for 11 years. No.
I think men, we should stop stressing ourselves.
No.
I tell men, and trying to understand a woman is like trying to understand God.
Yeah.
You'll run mad.
Yeah.
Love her and just chill.
Yeah. That's what I think. They were not supposed to be living in the same planet, though. I think there was a problem somewhere, but then here we are
on the same planet.
Yeah, and that is also true with the politicians and normal and citizens. They were not supposed to live together, but here we are. How do we bridge this gap? Understanding from both sides, and I don't think that the government has ever understood us. Up to today, they don't understand. We have people, Dr. Ofweneke. See, you've just told somebody to bring you a bill.
Yes.
Now, do you know Kalonzo Musyoka has not paid that bill for 50 years? Never. He has not paid for any bill. That is who you are dealing with. That's who should become president in 2027. And you want to figure out through some magic, he's going to understand your education.
Chairman of Paybill Association of Kenya.
It is tough. He got 60 million. Was it 20 the other day?
20.
Yes. What has he done with it? Do you know? But I know what is happening. Is that Gachagua is complaining that he's not pulling his weight. And that same complaint is going towards Matiang'i, that he's not pulling his weight. Kama huyu jamaa alikuwa anakimbia, kama huyu Kalonzo na Matiang'i walikuwa anakimbia, kama mimi nakimbiza Kasongo na Sifuna nakimbiza Kasongo, huyu Kasongo angeharibika kichwa. But why should Kalonzo go and start running around today?
Yes, 20 million.
But not that. He has got 38 employees given by the government.
Oh, as part of the retirement for the vice president.
Yes. And he wanted it to be increased the other day.
I keep on asking myself, JAGERO.
Yeah.
At what point is enough enough?
No. The thing that we need to ask as a country is, who is telling us the truth? Going into 2027, who is telling, Dr. Ofweneke, who is telling you the truth? In all these politicians that are paying for your vote, who is telling you the truth?
I'm finding the truth. I've gone on a truth finding for myself. Because on both sides, as a student of history and politics, no. From both sides, I'm really trying to be convinced.
And that is the issue. And when people start discussing I think the biggest conversation in our country is who leads our country beyond this point. And that person has to give us new ideas. And I talk about politics every day. Something that you will understand is that a lot of Gen Z have thrown themselves in the ring to be leaders in this country. And when you talk to them, it's very interesting. They don't believe you can only be a leader if you have money. That's what they tell me. My favorite actually is Kiragu from Kikuyu. He's trying to uproot Ichungwa. And he's my favorite politician. And he speaks so well. And he doesn't have money. And he's saying, this is how it should be. And he's saying, mimi naenda kuuza sera zangu kwa watu wa Kikuyu constituency. And that's what he does. When it comes to my podcast, he talks about the country very passionately.
Well articulated.
Yes. But you can see that people are saying, but who are you? So they want, it is for Kenyans are trauma bonding with their leaders. Yeah.
I have never looked at it like that.
We are trauma bonding with our leaders. Ni mbaya lakini ni wetu. That's what women that are being abused in households say.
Nikitoka nitaenda wapi?
Yes, he's the mother of my children. He's the father of my children.
At least he provides.
Yes.
Chakula analeta.
Yes. That's what they're doing. So a lot of people are trauma bonding with Ruto right now. Because I asked, you, who is telling me that, who is accusing me of being NIS and supporting the government, which, by the way, I do not support. People have asked me about what I think about Ruto. I am figuring out the Nilot. I don't understand the Nilot. I don't understand him. Where is he coming from? I can't profile him. That is my problem with President Ruto. I cannot profile him.
He's a hustler. He's a hustler.
Yeah.
For the system.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
I like his farming. Have you seen his farming?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I like the gumboots the most.
I didn't see the poor gumboots.
They're always shiny.
Really?
I told you.
You have a thing with shoes?
Yeah, I love shoes. I love shoes.
Oh man, me have
because I'm a firm believer. When it comes to
every time I see somebody wearing shoes with something red at the bottom,
what? It's opulence. I'm a little bit
red.
British. I'm more British than American.
Yeah. Shoes that are red at the bottom.
You see, this is what happens.
Yeah.
Even the devil wears Prada. This is what happens.
Yeah.
Women look at a man from the shoe going upwards. But men look at a woman from the top going downwards.
Yeah.
Men start with the hairstyle.
Yeah.
The hairstyle tells men everything they need to know about the woman. And for the women, the shoe tells everything they need to know about the man.
Yeah. So I was telling you that we are trauma bonding with the politicians, and we need to see who is hurting us and move away from the people that are hurting us. And then put our foot down and say, look, this is enough. I want to figure out what Kalonzo wants.
The question is, does he know what he wants himself?
Kalonzo.
Before we ask ourselves, does he know what he wants?
I think I figured out what Kalonzo wants. Kalonzo wants a good life as he approaches the sunset of his years.
I just saw the word soft life flash on my face. Kalonzo in Bahamas, Jamaica, with a shot of tequila. I say, you know what? Nilimwambia nitafika Jamaica. Nakula na.
So that's Kalonzo. And then we have Okengo Matiang'i. Okengo Matiang'i is a very interesting figure, right? You know, for me, when it comes to Okengo Matiang'i, in the aftermath of the Gen Z protest of 2024, they called him to come back.
Just you'll not see heaven.
They called him to come back and lead them. And I want to tell you the truth. In October of 2024, Matiang'i polled at 32 to 36%. Ruto polled at 18%.
Okengo
Matiang'i. 32 to 36. Ruto polled at 18. Ruto had the lowest number.
Rating at that time.
Sifuna was 0. His graph is flat. Flat. In fact, Tifa has put the 4 last polls they have done. 4 or 5. I forget. But Sifuna has 0, 0, 0 3 times. Meaning that by October of 2024,
Dr. Ofweneke might be.
Sifuna was nowhere in the political picture. Then to today, Matiang'i is taking tea at home.
Matiang'i gives me that vibe, JAGERO.
Yeah.
Of that rich uncle who never got married, didn't want kids, but has money, And you guys are just happy to be around him during Christmas Day.
There is something he said about Ruto the other day. No, it was not about Ruto. It was about the politics of our time. Hii politics ya Kenya ni fitina. Like, this man was given up.
He just said, like, manangana. Staki drama.
Sipendi. Then Ndindi Nyoro is interesting. Ndindi Nyoro has been running away from voting. When Rigathi Gachagua was being sent home, he took off from parliament. When they were doing the what is it called? When they were doing these other things,
Finance bill.
He got sick.
Finance bill 1.
He got sick. No, finance bill 1 year alikuwa anatengeneza. Ni wao walikuwa.
Oh yeah, he was there.
Yes.
He was the chair of the committee.
Yes, he was. Ni yeye alikuwa anatengeneza. Lakini ya pili alitoroka. Akasema in 3 weeks I'm going to give you
a press conference
and tell you what I've decided going
my
for.
new direction.
It elapsed 5 days ago. And he's never been seen. So that is it. That is Ndindi Nyoro. I hear that Ndindi Nyoro has done exemplary well at Kiharu constituency.
From what I hear?
Yeah, I also hear that he's done really, really well. And he should continue with the Lord's work. Should continue with that work.
But people are trying to push a Sifuna Ndindi Nyoro card or a Sifuna Metu card.
Sifuna Metu card might work. Ndindi Sifuna is not going to work. No, it cannot work. You know why? It cannot work. Ndindi Nyoro has not gone to Mecca. You know where Mecca is?
Yes.
Or Munyoro. That is the Mount Kenya Mecca.
He's not going to pay homage.
No, he's not gone there. Irungu Kangata went the other day against his feelings. But he knew that for him to actually do something in as far as policies of 2027 is concerned, he has to go. But Ndindi Nyoro is looking at Gachagua and he doesn't like him. It is like, you know, you've gone to school and you've gone to America and you've come back home in the village and there is the uncle who has got the most cows and all the villagers go to him and they love him. And like, dude, I'm from America. Why should I go there? But then you have to go.
Does Martha feel the same way about Gachagua?
Metu. Martha Karua, yes. She feels the same way. Who is Gachagua? The DO. Right?
Who was fired?
Yes.
Because of a sack?
Yeah. Sack of maize, right? Mm-hmm. The DO. But he's also not, he's not groomed. He's not one of us.
I'm a senior counsel.
Yeah, I'm a senior counsel. You know, I work with lawyers, and lawyers have that attitude, right? Yeah.
I almost had it. At least I had two years in law school at least.
Yeah. So you guys are terrible people. So that is what is going on. So Ndindi Nyoro has not sold his soul to Wamunyoro, project. And he's going to go there.
He has to.
He has to go there, at which point Gachagua shall have made up his mind on the direction and the person that is going to work with. And that, I believe, is going to be either Jimmy Wanjigi or Methu.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
The Duke of Murang'a.
I never saw Jimmy pay homage to Mecca. I never saw it coming.
He had to.
Why?
Remember that His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua is the new Raila. And you have to go to Nyanza and ask the same question. However much you went to school, Raila Odinga, I believe, did metal works.
Yeah, in Russia.
Or Germany. Yeah.
The certificates keep on appearing and disappearing.
The certificate?
Yeah. There are times it appears almost.
That is why I've settled for metal works, because it is easy to go with.
Baba will love you. Rest in peace.
No, you are the one who is you know you have got a problem with the certificate that appears underneath. But Raila was in Germany for sure.
That one we know.
We know. So he did something in Germany. All right? And from somebody like me who's coming from the Juakali sector, let me respect Juakali sector.
Yes. Oh, God knows Kamkunji
you understand.
plays a big part, of course, in our economy.
In Raila's Nyanza, it did not matter your education. It did not matter your oratory skills. It did not matter the woman you have married. It did not matter who your father is. You kneel down.
There's a hip hop song that says, "Bow down to the nigga that's greater than you." Bow down.
To the nigga that?
Brother, is it brother than you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was it. And that was Raila. And that is why Nyanza is in chaos.
Is the Luo community free now?
Are they free?
Yes.
On paper, they should be free. But if I have to answer your question properly, they are freer. Freest. They are freer. With the demise of His Excellency, the former Prime Minister, Raila Amolo Odinga. Gachagua has said that he wants to be Raila several times, and that is what he's building. And he's been very aggressive towards that. You take hold of a community and pocket it, and you create a small door. And next to that small door, you sit on a stool. You don't go in without talking to me. And that is what Rigathi Gachagua is doing with the mountain. So, most people have accepted that. And Jimmy Wanjigi is going that direction.
I didn't expect him to.
He has to. And Ndindi Nyoro will have to go there. He hates that cap, that green cap, but it will be on his head. That green cap he hates.
With the ear.
Yes. What do you have to say?
My problem is I respect Rigathi and the whole DCP fraternity as a political outfit.
Yeah.
But I don't like everything that has to do with their PR and communications.
Yeah.
It is pathetic.
It is.
From their choice of their party logo.
Are you the one who talked about grooming?
Yes. I'm sorry, and I'm saying this not. I'm saying this now from a professional perspective. And please don't question I'm a student, a literal student of PR and communication.
Yeah.
So I'm speaking from an academic background. I don't like the whole PR and communication.
Yeah.
How it's been done.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And it seems like we are almost ending up giving Wamnyoro the same attribute as we did with Ruto. That Ruto is the one who advises his advisors.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that the ear idea.
See, they're listening to the ground.
I don't think that was Madame Gakuo's, the lady who does, I don't know if I got the name correctly.
Yes, I think it is Gakuo. She was on a podcast just the other day.
Yes, I don't think it was her idea, because I think she was the one who does a little bit of consultancy. Yeah. I mean, even our late second president did well with the whole cockerel idea. The chicken did better. But even still with the chicken, still Luyas didn't vote that much for Kanu.
Yeah. So, but anyway, that is the state of Mount Kenya. I would say Mount Kenya West, not really East.
Is Kindiki safe?
Huh?
Is Kindiki safe?
About what? What do you mean by safety?
Is it safe within? Is it even safe without? Is it safe anywhere?
Kindiki is where he needs to be.
Where?
To sit humbly behind a powerful man. That's who Kindiki is. Kindiki is coming from the academia. Academia is very protocol-ish. You follow the rules, you're told what to do. Kindiki was supposed to be the vice president before it all began.
Yes.
Pre-2022. But he didn't have the charisma, he didn't have the ability to go against His Excellency the President, the retired Uhuru Kenyatta. He could not do it. And therefore, Ruto had to get somebody that is antagonistic, somebody who has got the bravado, the charisma to take on Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga at the time, and Martha Karua by extension. And Ruto knew what he was getting into. But Ruto is a calculative man. He knew that he needed to cross a bridge safely. Whatever happens after the bridge,
Throw the rope.
yeah, does not make sense. So so now he has gotten the person that is had wanted before to help him with governing. Somebody that is not going to point a finger into his face and tell them, look, cheers, remember?
Nigga bump the table, yo. That's what you know. 10 ministries.
Yeah.
Treasury, health, water.
Yeah. He's a
Foreign affairs.
rabble rouser. Yeah. He walks
Fixing his trousers at the same time. That is fixing trousers. Bah! Can you imagine?
He walks in a room and things are falling down.
You know, he looks like the guy to do. I need to get that.
I love him. I love the guy.
I love you too, brother. Bro, as you finish.
Yeah, we're finishing.
We're finishing. What is the true element of a man? What makes a man? What makes up 44 years?
I think as a man, you shouldn't be listening too much.
I thought men should be listeners.
No, listening to who?
People.
Yeah. I say too much.
Too much. Listen, but not too much.
Not too much. Take a path and follow it. You know? If it is full of thorns and thistles, figure out whether that is the nature of that route. Right? Yeah. Is that the nature of that route? If you figure out that it's the nature of that route, then go ahead and have scars, but have something on the other side.
Have scars.
Yeah. Because that's what it is. You got to have scars and allow them to heal. For me, I've had a problem with my foot for almost 15 years. Yeah. And there is a doctor in Italy told me that the best thing to do about an infirmity is to love your body and give your body grace. So I think as men, we give ourselves grace and walk. Take something that you want to do and stick to it. Fail, try again, fail, try again. Make sure that you are listening. And if you realize that it's not working for you, then you can change course. But I've realized that men are changing things too quickly. The moment you find a wall, you don't want to ask if there is a door. Look at that wall. I mean, I don't know whether that is a safe or you can't tell. Look, you can't tell if it's a safe. Try opening and see if you can go forward. Because I've got friends who have stayed where they are for a long time and they're not going anywhere. And they don't want to accept that that has failed. A tree, I think a fruit that has fallen from a tree will be on the ground and start ripening, but then it starts rotting. So I think many of us men are rotting and do not understand that we are actually rotting, that we need to go. And because it's not very easy for men in the world that we live today, because there is a lot of support that is going towards the other gender, right? And rightly so. And as men, the world have sort of gathered that we are very strong and we are able to figure it out. Whether that is true or not, I think it is largely untrue that men figure it out by themselves. That is why you see a lot of men today who cannot afford anything. They can't take women out because even the waiter knows where to take the bill. kama wakiangalia meza waone mwanaume ameenda chuo, wanangoja na hiyo bill, wawapeleki. Right? That is what is expected of a man. And you get out of that restaurant and there is a lot more. If you're with that woman, then you're the one to figure out the taxi back to her place. Or drop her if you have a car. And kiss her good night. Tell her that I love you. All these are coming from a man. I mean, as a man, you are an orange that is squeezed left, right, and center. But then, where is the juice? Dr. Ofweneke, where is the juice? Where is the juice?
I at times I just say, I think when we get to heaven, and I pray we do, we literally need to have, before the judgment is passed, we need to have a men's conference.
Yeah, it's coming. And talk about it. There's a men's conference.
Yes. No, I'm saying, okay, there's the one in heaven. But there's the one on earth which is happening on the 15th of August from 12 midday at the Amphitheater KICC. Jacob Aliet, Keith Moke, and Dr. Ofweneke on one stage. We're impacting one man after the other. Entry is 1,000.
Each person is going to be paid to be. Are you going to give a speech?
Huh?
How is it going to be? Are you going to give a speech?
Well, speech sounds very serious. Sounds like a presentation. How to wash your genitals, No, it's just we need to have real life conversations, all right? And I normally tell men, don't listen to a man. Don't expect to heal your scars. Listen to a man who has no scars.
Who has no scars?
Yes. Don't listen to men who have no scars. Even pastors. I told you that on the other side. Don't listen to pastors who have not done some whiskey in their past. They've not had indulgence with women.
Right?
Yeah. Because where is your testimony?
Hakuna.
Don't come and tell me, unajua nilizaliwa kwa kanisa, nikabatizwa kwa maji ya kanisa, nikasoma seminari kwa kanisa, sasa ninaishi nyuma ya kanisa. But man, please get out of my face. Every person that God worked with, JAGERO, including you and I, whatever God is about to use us for the next season, is because we have a scar. There's a testimony to it.
Yeah.
That's what I believe in. Right? But when you get up there, can you just call us aside and tell us why the burden? Why the burden? I was checking out. Schools are closing. I've already been sent for my 3 daughters from State House Girls, from St. Bakita International, and Fairmont International. The school fees are in already for next time. And next to it are salaries.
You have got 3 daughters that are going to all those schools?
Yes.
Oh, really?
And the fees have come in. Then you want to go in the comment section and comment how much I hate Ofweneke, how much I hate JAGERO.
Yeah.
So you pulling down dialogue with JAGERO. You putting down lessons at 30. Do you know, apart from my own, how many families are behind these cameras?
In fact, I didn't talk about it. The idea of cancel culture is putrid and extremely biased and an egg on the face of creativity. I mean, when people do podcasts like this, they do not see the other side of the room. They don't see that woman, and they don't see that man, and they don't see this man.
This is a whole team. This is a whole team. 1, 2,
3, 4, 5.
Multiplied by, let's say, averagely 3 people. Back at home, more depending.
Yeah.
On this podcast to rake in views, advertisers, and YouTube revenue.
And then you say that let's bring this down. No. And I think those are people who have never created anything. Because if you have created anything in your life, you can't claim that you want to bring another down. Because you know, if you have built a business like the one I'm seeing out there, 92 degrees, and the one that is next door, and there is another one, the other side called Glory or something.
There's a bank, there's a wig, there's another photo studio there.
Do you know, this camera, this is a Sony A7 III, I think.
Don't even remind me.
That is another Sony, and then there is another Sony, and then the lights and everything. I have been buying things slowly to where I am right now, and the millions that have gone into buying those things. And then because of one podcast, you're saying, okay, well, So I get really. The other day, there's a gentleman who went and did a show. You remember Africa One? I think it was called Africa One. We Macron.
Yes.
Africa One. Was it called? Yeah.
Where BN performed.
Yes, BN actually is the person I'm talking about, and they're saying that they are cancelling BN because he went and performed there.
After carrying our flag up in the air.
But their sisters and brothers are working at State House. Why are they not being told to resign? Their brothers and sisters are teachers working for this government. Why are they not resigning?
Their mothers are civil servants in county level.
Why are they not resigning? So, and this is also about politics. The problem is that right now, there are people that are being demonized for supporting this government, for example, but they didn't vote for it. Right? Right now, the Luos, when the Luos were going to the streets, we were being told that we are lazy, we don't have jobs, and we don't have businesses, and our job is to destroy. But then now the Luos are supporting the government, that they are being told that Awana Akili, how can you support this government? But the Luos didn't vote for it. And the Luos also should tell us why they're supporting this government. You understand? But they should speak from Kondele. So me, I'm just saying that as a man, have some juice before it is squeezed, because we can't squeeze something that has no juice.
I need to close up this show.
Yeah, we need to. I also need to go back to the office. I need to also go back.
This is a part 2. We promise each other that part 1 will happen on the other side, part 2 will happen on this side.
Yeah.
So this is definitely all the way from All Saints Cathedral.
Yeah. The CTC building.
The
CTC building. That's what the building is called.
CTC building.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the new one. I had never seen it for a long time.
Yeah, it's called the CTC building.
You see, that place is another place I don't like going.
Really?
Because it reminds me of funerals.
Oh yeah. In fact, they need to stop those funerals.
Can you petition?
No, it's too much.
Have you built in the village?
No.
For you to complain about the building?
I have built.
You have built?
Yeah.
Wow, congratulations. You and I are trying to approve.
I have built in the village. It is the only place that I go to connect with my childhood.
Nice.
Yeah.
You might say Luyas and Luos, we don't build in the village. I'm building.
No, you need to build. A man need to have a castle outside. In Nairobi, or if you can't afford it in Nairobi, like I can't afford it in Nairobi, you go outside and build one where you can just go and chill and remind yourself of what the grasshoppers eat. There is the other one. The other name.
Cricket.
No. It is in the Bible. Grasshoppers and what?
Locusts.
Locusts. Yes. Go somewhere and take a little. If you take Amarula coffee, or you take tea, ginger tea, you should try lemongrass. You love lemongrass. You love lemongrass.
You drink very weird things at your age. I'll allow you.
Yeah.
I mean, you're 44, so I wouldn't be shocked. You're now being very diet.
But the other day.
I get you.
The other day, we were in a meeting, and the host was trying to serve. Nobody was interested in what he was serving. No, nobody was eating his biscuits. Nobody was eating his crutches. I don't know, what are they called?
Biscuits and crutches and whatever.
Yeah. And nobody was interested in his sugar. Nobody wanted to take his milk.
So what are you not taking now?
People were just taking black tea.
You don't want my age.
And I'm like, yo, why do you want to live for 100 years if you can't do what normal people do?
At times I ask myself, what does the former Vice President Modi Awori, what goes through his mind? I mean, he's almost 100. He's been able to see the literal transition from the white man.
How many years are you asking of the Lord?
95.
95?
Yes.
I'm asking for 75.
No.
Yeah.
No, you and I need to sit in board as board of directors.
Where?
In creative economy,
government gani?
well, I don't know who will be at that time.
Do you honestly think that they give a hoot about us?
They do. They have been watching this podcast. They have been watching Dialogue with JAGERO. They do. Rich people are always spotting until when it's time to have the conversation. Let me put it like
what
this.
What will make you pull down this podcast?
I've only pulled down 2 podcasts
Yeah.
since I started.
I thought it was one.
You know, one was Sarah Kabos.
Okay.
And because
Sarah Kabu.
yes,
Okay.
and by the time I was pulling down, it was at around 1 million views.
Wow. No.
This is the thing.
Okay.
JAGERO, I don't go for views.
Yes.
I go for value.
For value.
All right. And Simon and Sarah are equally my friends.
Okay.
They're actually down here.
Oh, is that? I saw Bonfire.
Yes, their main office now, headquarters is down there.
Yeah.
I'm ready to lose views, but maintain friendship.
Yeah.
All right. I value loyalty. I'm very big on loyalty. So I pull it down at the request of Simon. I pulled down Andrew Kibe's episode again because my friendship with Steve, a simple boy,
Yeah.
was worth than clickbait.
Yeah.
But this one, I'm not pulling it down. You've given immense wisdom nuggets and too much words for thought, things to think about.
Yeah.
So this one ain't going down anytime soon.
Yeah.
It's Dr. Ofweneke TV.
Dr. Ofweneke.
Yes. So at the end of the day, as an IP legal mind, I own the rights.
So as we finish, I want to congratulate you.
Thank you, sir.
For what you have done.
Thank you, sir.
I am always very appreciative of the people that decide to start companies and employ people, because building things are hard. When you build a Lego house, and you take a lot of time, 6 hours building a Lego house, but you just remove one, and it's all down.
It's done.
So, blessings on 92 degrees.
Thank you, sir.
Blessings on all the other brands that you're creating.
Thank you, sir.
For the men's conference that is coming up. May the God bless you, brother.
Amen. And I think it's gracious enough for me to return as well, the good wishes and the blessings as well. I saw how organized your team is, right from the doorstep into the production room.
Yeah.
And you're becoming a conversation shaper within the politics space. I don't know what God has in store for you in the future.
Yeah.
But I pray that one day somebody will spot your brain and actually see the need to need your brain in a boardroom to decide on matters that affect not only human beings as a structure and as a system, but human beings as into their hearts.
Yeah.
Because I love how you speak to the heart of the humans. You're passionate about the hearts of the human. And I believe if we have 3 or 4 or 5 of you and I who are very keen about the heart, and every time I preach, I think I cliche talk about the state of the heart.
Yeah.
I really talk about, I'm very passionate about somebody's state of the heart. And I think with a few of us and the likes of Dr. Kingori, Aliet, and the rest, I think then we should be having a good future for the creative industry and politics and governance and media space in large in the near future.
Thank you very much, brother.
Thank you so much as well.
Yep.
I don't know. For the first time, I'm about to ask my team if the cups on the table were just for branding, brand placement, or they actually was.
I didn't realize until now.
No, it is well. It is well. We are also working within our budget.
But also, you are going to pay for that Java thing, right?
Yes. Okay. I will. You're my guest. Please. Please. This is not a Chaweri. This is not a Chaweri. This is not a...
Only joking.
I will pay for it.
Yeah.
You're my brother. I welcomed you into my house.
Yeah.
You know our cultures, the leaders and laws.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yes, we must take it.
Beautiful. And I want to thank the lady, what did you say her name is?
She's called Cindy.
Cindy.
Cindy is our host for our entertainment.
And the pastor.
And the pastor, who is our Pastor Wilson.
Yeah.
Who is our head of production. And of course, there's Derek, who is our head editor. Then there's Emmanuel, who is our assistant head of production.
All right.
Yes.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
We will not finish if we don't finish.
No, I've realized. Now, since we said we should, I believe the next podcast should be a joint production live from Kondele.
Yes.
At the new bypass around the Jomo Kenyatta Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, coming live from Kiambu Road, NCBA opposite on Sierra Mall, first floor, 92 degrees studios. It has been such an amazing conversation with the one and only JAGERO. And of course, now we know it's Ken JAGERO. Love of the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Oduor JAGERO.
Oduor.
Yeah.
And let's put the Ken away. He's Luo.
Yeah.
He goes both by the names that represent back where he's coming from. So it's been an amazing, beautiful conversation. And of course, you know how we say it. If this was good for you, comment with the lessons that you've learned. Share and share and share. And of course, make sure you subscribe. We are almost hitting 200,000 subscribers. So please get us closer so that the information goes across the world. All right. And of course, remember, the ones who are watching from Tanzania, Uganda, South Africa, Nigeria, God is making plans. We could be coming to a town or a country next to you to actually get the beautiful lessons from the ones within your country. ISP, we're waiting for you on Mirage Plus, the third floor, to help you out so that you can get yourself a visa and, of course, a green card so that you can export your talent and your skills right to the United States of America. My name is the Eagle himself, the Duke of Kakamega. Dr. Ofweneke is my name. God bless you and you have a good time. Till the next one.
Beautiful.
It's a wrap. Where?